Today is an exciting day because of that. This is a 2019 Chevrolet Corvette. This is the 2LT. You got 455 horses in V8 aspect under that hood. It's a lot of fun. It is a 6-speed manual. We're gonna take it across the bridge. They're doing a sidewalk sale over there. We're gonna go talk to people about what was their first car, what was their favorite car. We're gonna generate some attention around this beautiful beast and go take it for a fun little ride. What was your first car?
A Pontiac 2000 hatchback, used, and we used to call it the Bumpmobile.
The bump. Why would you call it the Bumpmobile?
For reasons.
Okay. Was that your favorite car, or do you have a different favorite car?
Actually, it was a 4Runner. I used to have a 4Runner. That was my favorite car.
Yeah. Any specific reason why the 4Runner was your
I could
favorite
get
car?
the dog in there, all the gear, you name it.
What was your least favorite car?
There was the minivan time. The minivan era, as I like to call it, with the kids. It's bad.
Tell me a little bit about your first vehicle. I'll start with you.
Kia Sportage, and I still have it. I love it.
Perfect. So that would mix as your favorite and least favorite at the same time?
Yeah, we'll say that.
All right, we got it. Perfect.
I don't really have a car yet, but we've been driving the Ford Focus for the past while, and it's pretty good. It's been a good family vehicle.
Ford guy, love it. That's step one.
Another Ford, actually a Ford Focus wagon. It's not a real car unless you can camp in it, and I loved it. One day I'll get another one.
Do you have a least favorite or a favorite?
Well, we currently have a Jeep Patriot, front-wheel drive. It's like a modified golf cart, but it's done as well.
This is John. If you see John around town, his car stands out because it's gorgeous. It's the nicest Explorer ST in the Bay of Quinte area, probably beyond that. What was your first car, John?
First car was a 1990 Volvo 740. I miss it. It was built like a tank. It was slow as heck, but it was fun.
Sweet.
It was fun.
And now if we were to go to a favorite car, jump into that.
That's a tie between the Explorer ST and my 95 Civic Si that I built.
Now, least favorite car, we'll flip the script a little bit.
2017 Chevy Silverado.
Why is that?
Frame was starting to rust. The lifters were starting to go. The engine started to sound like there was butterflies flying around in there, and they told me until it blew up, they weren't going to do anything to fix it. So...
what do I say to that? He said the brand. I can't say the brand. He said it. But anyways, yeah. Perfect, man. I appreciate it.
Of course.
Good to see you.
Yeah, you too.
I'm excited for what you got next planned with that Explorer. But what is your favorite car?
I gotta go with a Corvette. Love the Corvettes.
Yeah? Big Corvette fan? Do you have a specific model, year, anything like that?
Gotta go for a 1963 split window.
He knows his stuff. What is your least favorite car? What's a car that you would never drive ever?
Probably any Kia. I like Kias.
Any Kia. Sorry, Kia. That's a painful one. He's not wrong though. All right, man. Thank you. We appreciate it. Enjoy. Have a good day. What was your first ever car?
It was a Valiant when I was 16 years old. I actually bought it brand new.
And then rolling down the road a little bit, what was your favorite car that you've ever driven or ever had?
My Fiat.
Yeah.
Yes, that's my favorite.
Awesome.
I'm still driving it.
And go to your least favorite. What are you thinking?
Probably a wagon.
Any wagon.
Any wagon.
Perfect. All right. Your name is?
Dolores Packard.
What was your very first car that you owned?
Plymouth Turismo.
Very nice car. And what is your favorite car currently?
I would say the one that I have right now currently, it's a Honda HRV. I call him Harvey. And that's my favorite car because right now it's the one getting me from point A to point B.
And if we were to flip the switch a little bit, what would be your least favorite car that you've owned or you've seen or you wouldn't ever drive? Something like that.
I would never drive those little dinky cars, smart cars.
Little smart cars, yeah.
Just never.
A little too small.
Little too small for me, yeah.
Tell me about the first car that you ever owned.
The first car my parents generously gave me was a Pontiac Orange G6, and I still drive it to this day. A little rusty, but I still love that car.
Would you call that your favorite car too?
Honestly, I would. I enjoy the color. It's still a good vehicle, good mileage. All in all, good car.
Awesome. And for yourself?
Yeah, my first car when I was 16 was a Mazda 5, and I've been with it since. It is a rust bucket, but it drives good, so I still drive it.
Okay, that's perfect. That's all you need. Gets you from point A to point B. Favorite car as well?
Definitely. It has everything I want in a car. It goes fast, has extra seats for all my friends.
So we'll start with your name. You are?
I'm Pat.
Pleasure to meet you, Pat. Cars. What was the first car you ever owned, Pat?
A Hyundai Pony.
Now, would you call that your favorite car, or do you have a different favorite car?
Well, I have a few different favorites. It was at that time my favorite car. It's an awesome car. If I could get one nowadays, it'd be awesome. but their Hyundais aren't backed up. Aren't as good as they used to be.
I work for Ford, so I can't say much.
I know.
Can't say much. But now, what would be your least favorite car?
I think I drive anything. Yeah.
Very logical, actually. I like that. Tell me your first ever vehicle that you own.
Chevy Cobalt.
The Team Canada edition. Chevy
It's
Cobalt.
very important that
amazing,
you know
too.
it's Team Canada edition. Yeah.
Mine was 05 Toyota Matrix.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Were either of these your favorite cars, or do you have a different favorite car?
I still have my Chevy and I love it.
I definitely, I wish I still had it for sure, because everyone loves beating on the high school car, but we've definitely outgrown it since then. You gotta tow the trailer, the Matrix did.
Perfect. Practicality is a big, big thing. Now, if we flip it a little bit, tell me about the least favorite car or a car you would never own or never drive.
Minivan.
Any minivan?
Not a minivan person.
For yourself?
I'd follow that up, honestly, it's a minivan. Or a Kia.
Okay, you're not the first person to answer Kia today, so that's bad on Kia. What's your dream if you were to drive one or ride in one or see one go by?
A Jaguar?
Nobody said Jaguar today. That's a good one. We like it. We'll take it. Now tell me about the first car you ever owned ever.
It was my mom's Chevy Cobalt.
Yeah? Now, rolling down the road a little bit, what's the favorite car ever?
Dream car is a Mercedes SLS Black Series. It's a legendary car. It's like at $1 million right now, so gotta sell a few shirts.
A couple more hats, couple more shirts, couple more dresses. You'll get there.
That's it.
Honestly, you'll get there. Least favorite car or a car you would never drive ever or something you just don't like looking at all?
Honda Civic.
Sorry to all the Honda boys out there. That's a brutal one.
I drive an AMG, so it's just like watching all the Hondas come by. It's like, nah, I can't do it.
They always try to take you off the line.
They do. They try, but it doesn't end well for them.
I love it, man. I love it. This is Brock Tufts. Brock Tufts screams this t-shirt right now because I know he's hurting deep down inside. I know it. So tell me the very first car that you owned ever.
It was a Honda Civic.
Yeah?
It's probably a pretty popular one for the first car.
Was that your favorite car or do you have a different favorite car?
No, it was not my favorite car. Actually, my favorite car was my 2014 Ford Escape, which I still have, and I got it from Lang & Fetter.
Yes, we love that. Now, flipping it a little bit, what is your least favorite car? It doesn't have to be one you've owned. It can be anything.
My least favorite car, I would just say the type of car would just be a truck because it's a lot of gas.
Now, tell me about the first car you ever owned ever.
First car, I had a Nissan Maxima 92. It was pimped right out, okay? I had like the electric windows, I had a sunroof, I had the keypad on the outside of the door, so it was a great first car.
Was that your favorite car or do you have a different favorite car?
My favorite car would be my Dodge Caravan because I am a mom and it has so much space. So love putting the seats down and go to the drive-in and stuff like that. So
now, least favorite car. It doesn't have to be one you've owned. It can be.
I had a Mazda 5 at one time and I liked it, but it didn't have enough room. But
what car do you currently drive right now?
I drive Honda Civic Coupe.
Yeah.
2019 black.
Was that your first car?
No, that's my second car.
What was your first car?
My first car was Hyundai and it was Ascent.
Do you have a favorite car?
Yes, I do have my favorite car. That's my husband's car. That is Kia Stinger.
Now, do you have a least favorite car, whether it's something you've driven or something you don't like seeing at all, anything like that?
Yes, hatchback, small car. In Canada, I don't think so. That's what I prefer.
Perfect. What do you currently drive right now?
I drive a 2005 Mercedes CLK 320.
Yourself?
Drive a 2013 Hyundai Genesis.
If we're flipping it a little bit, give me your least favorite or a car you don't like seeing or wouldn't drive ever, something along those lines.
Kia Soul.
Oh, that's not the only person to say that today. That's not good. Kia's on the bad rap today, and you?
PT Cruiser.
Oh, that's a good one too. What car do you currently drive right now?
It's a Scion XB.
That is the first time I've heard Scion today. I like it. Was this your first car or do you have a different car as a first car?
Buick Skylark, I think, was my first car.
Are any of these your favorite car or do you have a different favorite car?
I like the RAV4.
Toyota RAV4? Yeah, you owned one previously or you just like it?
Yeah, I just like it, yeah.
Awesome. And then how about your least favorite? It can be one you've owned, one you don't like seeing out on the road, anything.
Mazda, I test drove a Mazda and they're horrible in the snow. But that's my personal opinion.
That's okay. You won't get in trouble, don't worry.
Sorry, Mazda.
Mazda, don't flame Becky, please. Don't do that. What do you currently drive right now?
I drive a Mitsubishi RVR.
What was your first car?
A PT Cruiser.
PT Cruiser. Now, have either one of these been your favorite car, or do you have a different favorite car that maybe you didn't own?
I really like all the old square bodies, like the old Ford Broncos. I know you said it doesn't have to be a Ford, but truly the old like square body, older cars they just look really nice.
And then a least favorite car?
Any of the ones I can't afford.
What do you currently drive right now?
So I am driving an F-150 Ford, about to go trade it in for a brand new one. It has been the most reliable vehicle that I have ever owned. I absolutely love Ford.
I gotta say, this is not scripted. That's your genuine opinion?
I'm very genuine about that, yes.
Awesome, I love that. Is that F-150 your favorite car all time, or do you have a different favorite car?
Ford Mustang, 5-liter, 100%. I'm just waiting to get enough money to buy one myself, so.
And then least favorite car?
So I've had a really bad experience with a Hyundai Accent in my life, and then a couple of other cheap cars or cheaply made cars that I've seen in my life cost a fortune to service. And I see them all over the road. So some people might have a good experience with that, but personally my experience was negative. So all the time for Ford, seriously.
Awesome. Thank you, man. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
It was a pleasure meeting you.
Absolutely. What do you currently drive right now?
I drive an Audi Q3.
Is that your favorite car you've ever owned, or do you have a different favorite car?
I drove a Land Rover for a little bit. That was my favorite, but this is a good second.
Least favorite car? It doesn't have to be one you've owned. It can be anything, even if you don't like seeing it on the road.
A smart car. It's like a shoe print, and just squash it. I don't know. That's my take on a smart car.
I don't know if this is like comedic timing. This isn't a smart car, but that's close enough.
Pretty close.
That's pretty close.
Pant over there.
Now, do you have a dream car, something you'd like to own later in the future?
A Jaguar F-Type probably is my go-to when I think of aspiration for a car.
All right. That is a wrap on this week's Car Crew. Ford, non-Ford, daily driver, whatever it may be, backroad rocket, we got it all down here at Langfetter Ford, Trenton, Ontario. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to check it out next week too, because it's just going to be tons and tons of more fun stuff.